my name is Russ Green, and it's spelled Greene, and I am the owner of Indy Putting Greens. We have been in the Indianapolis area for 7 years. We install everything from lawn turf, pet runs, playground turf, agility turf, field turf for athletes. But the meat and potatoes of the business is just regular, beautiful, pretty turf. So I'm going to explain a little bit about the history of where I started and where we are now, because we didn't just come out of nowhere. I did a lot of research on trends moving towards the Midwest. And one of the things that really jumped out to me in the research that I did was the advancements and the increased interest in artificial grass, right? Everyone wants to go green. They want to use less water. They want to have a nice, realistic product in their backyard without all the hassle of mowing it and cutting it and aerating it and adding chemicals every year. So these are all the things that artificial grass can take off your plate. But at the end of the day, the return on investment, which is what a lot of people try to figure out when they're trying to make that decision, do I make the jump to artificial grass or do I not make the jump, is about 4 to 5 years. So it's a lick out of the gate. But then 4 to 5 years later, when your neighbor is mowing their yard or trying to weed around the fences in their backyard or around their fire pit or whatever they may have, it far outweighs the cost that you're installing it for. And we realize that this is not a trade-related skill set. This is a niche skill set. All of my guys have been through hours and hours and years of training. And the technology in artificial grass is getting better every year. We just had a new fringe that came out. So again, the technology just keeps getting better, and that's really the difference in what you're paying for. You're paying for like an artificial turf expert as opposed to like maybe a landscaper that may have seen something on the shelf at like a Home Depot or like a Site One. You can always go to our website, which would be indyputtinggreens.com. We also have a TikTok page for Indy Putting Greens, where I put like fun, goofy videos of stuff that we've done and projects that we've done. We have a showroom on the west side of town located on West 76th Street. We have a putting green that you can putt on. We've got 3 different types of turf, our more popular turfs installed, like where you can walk on it and see it in real life. And I think that's actually a really important thing to do. I've seen some bad decisions made by landscapers that have maybe picked the wrong color for their customer or allowed the customer to make a decision that, the color of the turf just looked very odd compared to what you normally see in the Midwest. And so those are the things that we try to prevent from happening, because we want our turf to look so natural that people ask, is that real? And that's when you know you've done a good job. When people just stare at your yard thinking, is this can't be, is this real? Because that's how natural that we pride ourselves on how our turf looks.